What's going on, brothers? I hope you're all having a blessed day today. So, I realized recently that I felt recently that I haven't been improving at the pace that I would like. I haven't been improving as much as I should. Like, I haven't been growing my channel or growing my income, as much as I would like to. And thinking back on it, back when I first started my self-improvement journey, back when I really started focusing on improving myself in every aspect, I feel like back then I was, I suppose, a bit more consistent. I was actually improving. I felt like I was actually getting better. And thinking back on it, like the difference between, I suppose, then and now is comfortability, or rather uncomfortability. Back then, since I wasn't really in this space, since I wasn't used to doing all of these new things, all of these new habits, like reading or cold showers or meditating, things of that sort, when I started doing those, I actually improved. I was actually improving my mindset, improving myself overall, because I wasn't used to doing things like that. I was making myself uncomfortable. And I suppose now I've somewhat adapted to that level of improvement, that level of those levels of habits, I guess you could say. Like, I've gotten used to doing those things. I've gotten consistent with them. So I've kind of reached a plateau, I suppose you could say. And I haven't been challenging myself to try and do new things, try and take new heights, pursue new opportunities, simply because I've been too comfortable. I've been too comfortable. Like, you can't, or that made me realize that you can't adapt, you can't better yourself, you can't change yourself if you're staying comfortable. You have to make yourself uncomfortable to actually improve. You have to do the things that you don't want to do, that you know you should do, to actually get better, right? Because true progress, true change is made through uncomfortability. Like, take the gym, for example. You don't get muscles, you don't get buff, you don't get lean, you don't get anything by, just letting your muscles sit around and laze around and rest all day, right? The progress is only made when you're getting in the gym, when you're moving that iron, when you're doing those push-ups, those pull-ups, those dips, when you're actually hurting your muscles, you're breaking them down, you're making them uncomfortable. That way, they're able to adapt to that level of uncomfortability and actually get better. The same with money. You don't, grow your income. You don't make more money by doing the thing you're doing right now, right? You're not going to grow your income by doing exactly what you're doing at your job, doing the exact same work. You're only going to grow that. You're only going to get better by you working harder, finding a side hustle, doing something new, making yourself uncomfortable, giving yourself a chance to adapt and change to that level, and then repeat the process. So given this concept, I thought for a second, right? Like, what am I not doing right now? Like, what am I feeling resistance towards doing? What can I do to make myself uncomfortable to, actually experience some growth, experience some progress? And thought about it for a second. I'm like, it's cold calling. Like, for some odd reason, I was really scared of cold calling. Like, the idea of calling some random business owner and pitching them, about some concept, some idea, just sounded just so frightening to me. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm a cold call. And I told myself, let me start out low. Let me start out slow. I'm gonna do 5 cold calls. So I woke up this morning, waited to like 10, because I looked up, when's the best time to cold call. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Anyway, so I get on these cold calls. Like, I call 5 random businesses, and you want to know what happened? You want to know the outcome from that? I went 0 for 5. I went 0 for 5, straight donut. I did not get a single meeting, no sales, no nothing. You want to know what I did get? What I did get from that is I adapted, right? My mindset changed. I was like, well, hold on now. That wasn't even that hard, right? I realized, well, cold calling is not that difficult if you do it at enough volume. you call enough business owners, you're eventually going to get that meeting. You're going to get that sale. So I made myself uncomfortable, and I actually adapted from it. I improved from that uncomfortability. And so that's really just cemented the idea, the fact that you cannot change, you cannot get better unless you make yourself uncomfortable. And I'm sure you watching this video right now have something in the back of your mind, something that you've been wanting to do, something that you feel that you should do, but you just don't because of you're either afraid or you just don't feel like you can do it. So what I'm going to tell you right now is just do it, even if you fail, right? Like I did. I went over 5, bro. I'm selling the whole team right now. All my shots airballed, not even near the rim. It's crazy. It's tragic. But I failed, right? Or I failed. But what I did gain was knowledge. What I did gain was experience. What I did gain was a change in my mindset. So if you can go out and do that thing, whatever it is you're holding yourself back from doing, you'll actually begin to grow. You'll begin to change. You'll begin to better yourself. So go out there and put the work in. We out.